Hi, and welcome to Dixie Sun News at Noon. I'm Emma Van Lent.
And I'm Stephanie Dupar. Thanks for tuning in.
Dixie State held the annual memorial for 9/11 Tuesday at 9 a.m. Those wishing to honor and remember the tragic events and deaths that occurred that day gathered around the clock tower where flowers were laid and remained all day. The traveling singing group Raging Red also made an appearance at the remembrance. The Utah Debate Commission and Dixie State University have partnered to host Utah's 2nd Congressional District Debate. The debate will be hosted at DSU at the Eccles Fine Arts Center on Monday, September 17th. Democratic candidate Shireen Gobani will be debating current Republican Congressman Chris Stewart. Tickets for the event are free but must be reserved in advance. Over the Labor Day weekend, students were sent to the Holiday Inn for a couple of nights after the air conditioning broke in all of the 4 Nissan towers.
Over the Labor Day weekend, Dixie State University Student Housing relocated students to a nearby hotel after all 4 Nissan towers were without air conditioning. Emily Mildenhall, a sophomore English major from Hurricane, is spending her first semester living on campus in the Nissan towers. On September 3rd, she received an email explaining that while the air conditioning was being repaired, she had the opportunity to spend her Labor Day weekend at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, it was just an email detailing all of the shuttle schedules and where exactly the hotel would be. And it made it sound like it would take a while to fix the AC because they had it down to the whole week, up to Sunday. We actually had access to our rooms the whole time. We didn't have to stay at the hotel, but since it was so hot in there, we had the option of going to the hotel, but we had our keys and everything, so we were good to go.
Seth Gubler, the Director of Housing and Resident Life, said the air conditioning at Nissan Towers functions via a large motor and fan blade. The bearings in the motor went bad, which caused the fan blade to spin out of balance, ultimately breaking. Various personnel from the university heating plant worked together to obtain and install new bearings, recalibrate the motor, and weld the fan blade back together. Gubler said the guys from the heating plant should be applauded for the quick and effective repairs. In this and many other scenarios, they worked diligently to keep our students in on-campus housing comfortable. For Dixie Sun News, I'm Ryan Heinlein.
All students returned to their dorms the day after the air conditioning broke.
Dixie State University is working to diversify its campus as part of the Status to Stature strategic plan. In 2015, DSU announced a 5-year plan, which includes increasing the diversity of faculty and staff. The goal is to expand the percentage of ethnic and minority staff from 7% to 15% by 2020. As of this year, the staff increase has reached 12%, putting DSU right on track to meet that goal. When one thinks of the FBI, they may think of their favorite crime show, but Career Services is hoping Dixie State students will think of the FBI for employment instead. For those who missed FBI night, I have more on the story.
It's not often the FBI visits our campus, so when they did, I had to find out what it was all about.
Career Services hosted the night in the Zion Room on the 5th floor of the Holland building. Special Agent Benton Larson was there to give a presentation about what it takes to work in the FBI, and then hosted a Q&A afterwards for any students looking for an extra edge in the industry. The event was well attended, and according to students, there were a few different reasons why they decided to attend.
I came to the FBI night to understand a little bit more about what they do. I've kind of had a dream in my mind of working for a government agency, and I just wanted to figure out if it fits my personality, my ideas of what I want to do as a career. So.
I'm hoping to be in the FBI actually after I graduate because I'm interested in being a forensic psychologist, and so I'm just there's lots of areas you can go with that, and so I'm just interested in the FBI, and I know people that work for the FBI, and so it's just fun to come to the session.
In his presentation, Agent Larson not only spoke about what it takes to get into the FBI, but also the benefits of working for the Bureau and the values it holds.
For Dixie Sun News, I'm Stephanie Dupar.
Those wanting to apply or learn more can do so at fbijobs.gov.
St. George Animal Shelter is seeking volunteers to help the animals deal with living there. The head supervisor of the shelter, April Jewell, says students and community members are welcome to go to the shelter and play with the animals in order to help make them feel safe and happy while they're there. If you're unable to volunteer but still want to help, St. George Animal Shelter also accepts donations of cash, toys, food, and beds. You can also visit the St. George Animal Shelter Facebook page for more information about how you can get involved and help. Well, Stephanie, I don't know about you, but I would love a chance to go just play with some cute little animals.
It sounds like a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Next week, Santa Clara is holding its annual Swiss Day celebration, and I have an in-depth look at what to expect at this year's event. Days are back again, and this year I decided to take a look at what's to come. This year's events will take place September 20th through 22nd, and Swiss Days coordinator Brooke Ensey says that it's a great date night idea for DSU students.
I think the event is a unique way to enjoy your weekend because you have free entertainment, a live concert on a Friday night, and there's food vendors there that you may not find, in restaurants around town, so you get unique food choices. So it'd be a great date night if you're looking for something unique.
There will also be a variety of events on Saturday, including a 5K run.
You could do the 5K run on Saturday morning, and there's a $3 breakfast that morning, and then a parade right after, and it's awesome.
And if you're into candy, you should so come to the parade.
There's a lot of candy.
There's a lot of candy.
One of the staples of the festival are cows that are painted and decorated by local businesses and community members and then placed around town for the festival.
I have to say my favorite part is either the parade or the cows. I love seeing them on the side of the road. There's like a Scooby-Doo cow, and we had a superhero cow. And just everything's unique because you get to really know your neighbors and your family down there. So then each cow kind of describes the people from that house.
For Dixie Sun News, I'm Emma Van Lent. For more information about the event, as well as a complete schedule of the entire Swiss Day celebration, you can visit sccity.org. Stay tuned. When we come back from the break, we have some updates on men and women's soccer, as well as how our football team is doing so far this season.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
There we are. Hi, I'm Eric Young.
And I'm Jennifer Kohler.
And this is, we're coming to you right before our show that we go live with Talking Point Live. And we just wanted to tell you to make sure you join us Wednesdays at 9:30, live coming to you from the studios of the CEC here on the campus of Dixie State University.
Yeah, and you can catch the rebroadcast at 9:30 when we're not live, and 12:30 and 4:30. Daily, weekly.
Daily? This is like way too much,
yeah.
I think. But just in case you got something better to do,
yeah,
there's all those times you can catch it as well. Also, you can catch us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/talkingpointlive and on the CEC YouTube channel. All right, see you there.
We're basically very catchable.
Well, you are.
Welcome back. We have our sports anchor, Ashlyn, with more details on this week's sports.
Thank you, Stephanie. Dixie State football blazed past Fort Lewis College on Saturday with a 31-3 win at Trailblazer Stadium filled with over 5,000 fans. DSU did not waste any time taking an early lead. Quarterback Trent Darms, a sophomore from Chico, California, scored his first rushing touchdown in a Trailblazer uniform, creating a 7-point lead. DSU held a strong lead all 4 quarters, only allowing pushback from Fort Lewis in the second quarter with a 35-yard field goal. Trailblazer football finished up by scoring a 10-play, 91-yard drive in the fourth quarter. Wide receiver Xavier Smith from Kansas City made the final catch at the 34-yard line, broke through a tackle, and raced down the sideline to end the game at an advantage of 31-3. Men and women's soccer is traveling this weekend. The men take on long rival Westminster College on Friday, and the women face their Pac-West Conference foe, Azusa Pacific, today at the APU Cougar Soccer Complex. They'll then travel to Salt Lake City for their first ever RMAC match against Westminster College. You can stream all 3 games and find stats at DixieStateAthletics.com. The Trailblazer football team won their first game of the season after returning from a tough loss at CSU Pueblo. Monique Chavez has more on the story.
DSU football recaps their first game and shares their expectations for the rest of the season.
I was definitely excited. I just wanted to do what I could to help the team out. I felt prepared. My coaches had me prepared, so it was definitely a fun experience. I know the student body's excited. We're excited as a team. We feel more prepared this week going into the game, and I feel like we have had a better week of practice and that we're all focused.
Starks went on to score his first collegiate touchdown at the home opener against Fort Lewis.
I think our defense did good. I mean, we got popped on 6 plays, 6 long plays. But other than that, we did a solid job on defense. Just for our teams to come closer together and play as a unit. I mean, I don't want to go out with a losing season, so try and win out the rest of the year.
Pritchard kicked the season off with the pick 6 at CSU Pueblo and went on to make another interception against Fort Lewis.
You know, some plays went against us early on in the game, you know, and things started to get a little bit out of hand towards the end of the first half. I thought our kids handled it well. You know, it could have been a lot of infighting and bickering and things like that, and I didn't hear any of that on the sideline. I thought they stuck together, showed me that this is a mature team as far as handling situations, and that will bode well for us in the future.
DSU football bounced back with a 31-3 victory against Fort Lewis. Their next game is Saturday at 6 p.m. at Trailblazer Stadium against New Mexico Highlands. Reporting for Dixie Sun News, I'm Monique Chavez.
The football team now has an even 1-1 record and will remain home for 2 more weeks.
It's just really nice, I think, for morale, for the team, and for the school to have our first home game be a win. I think that's great.
It really made the fans go crazy to win our first game. It was awesome.
Well, if you guys are looking for something else to do after the game, we have the annual St. George Dixie Roundup Rodeo is here today through Saturday at the Sun Bowl downtown. Tickets are available for purchase, $10 for adults and $5 for kids, 11 and under who take up seating. The rodeo is open from 6 p.m. until around 11 p.m.
Well, I think that'll be a great weekend overall. Football and then a roundup. I think it'll be really fun.
I'm gonna have a good time.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News.
Catch us back here next week, same time, same place.
Thanks for watching and have a great week, Trailblazers.